So here it shows a decimal multiplied with a whole number. 0.2 is a decimal and 4 is the whole number. So now let us multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 0 is 0. After multiplying, we have to see the decimal number and where the decimal is. So when you see the decimal is one digit to the left, so the decimal is right here. So in the same way, we have to make a decimal one digit to the left in the answer as well. Where we put the decimal is very important. So just check the question. If it is one digit to the left, just leave one digit to the right and just put the decimal to the left. Okay. Here again, it's a decimal multiplied with a whole number 4. So let me show the multiplication. 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 0 is 0, because we know that any number multiplied by 0 is 0. And 4 times 0 is 0. Okay. After doing the multiplication, to make a decimal point, we have to see the decimal number. So in the decimal number, there are two digits, and then the decimal is on the left. So there are two digits on the right. So there are two digits on the right of the decimal. So let's leave two digits to the right of the decimal and make a decimal right here in the answer. Here you can see a two-digit number 10 is multiplying a decimal number 19.53. So I'll show you how it is being multiplied. 19.53 times 10. So first let's do with 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 9 is 0. And 0 times 1 is 0. Now let's do with the other number. Make a plus sign. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 9 is 9. And then 1 times 1 is 1. Let's add everything. So 0 goes down. 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 5 is 5. And then 0 plus 9 is 9. And then there is 1 here. So let's write that 1. So we got the answer 19530. Now we have to figure out where to put the decimal, right? For that, we have to see in which place the decimal is. For example, this decimal is 2 digits to the left. So in the same way, we have to make the decimal 2 digits to the left. So this is the first digit, second digit. So 2 digits to the left. So here is where you have to keep the decimal. So the answer is 195 and 30. So this is an area model for multiplication. 31 has 3 tens in it, and that goes right on the top of the rectangle. And this 1 goes again on the top of the rectangle. If you see a single digit like 4, that is the width of the rectangle. So usually the single digit becomes the width of the rectangle. Okay, So when we multiply 4 times 3/10, 4 times 3/10 becomes 12/10. 4 times 3/10 becomes 12/10. And then 4 times 1 1. So that is what goes here. 4 times 1 1. 4 times 1 1 is 4 ones. Okay. So we know the value of 12/10. We have to write the value of 12/10 as 120 right here. And then the value of 4 ones goes right down here. 4 ones. Just write 4. So finally you have to add this value and this value, and that is how we get 124. 120 plus 4 makes 124. So this problem is done in the similar way like the previous problem. Go through this, and the value of 1/10 is 0.1, 0.1. 1/10 is 0.1. And finally, when you find out the area for this rectangle, 12 is the area of this rectangle and 0.4 is the area of this rectangle. So finally you have to add the values of the area of the two rectangles, which is 12 and 0.4. You get 12.4. So this is how you add the decimals, 12 and 0.4. You have to align the digits to the decimals. So align the digits so that the ones place and the tens place and the decimals should align. So 12 and 0.4 becomes 12.4. This is another area model for finding out the product. Decimal multiplied by a whole number gives what? So let's find out. The value of 3/10 is 0.3 and the value of 100 is 0.01. So 4 times 3/10. So that is how we get 4 times 3/10. The value of 4 times 3/10 is 1.2. And 4 times 100. So that is how we get this expression, 4 times 100, which is 0.01. And the value of 4 times 0.01 is 0.04. And finally you have to add 1.2 and 0.04. For that you have to align the decimal places, so the decimals, and then align the decimals, and the ones goes with the ones and the tens goes with the tens. So when you add 1.2 and 0.04, you get 1.24. So this is another area model which was done similarly. The value of 200s, the value of 200s is 0.02. So now let us do 1.5 divided by 5. So before dividing 1.5 by 5, let's make this 1.5 into a whole number. How to make this 1.5 into a whole number? For that, you have to multiply this 1.5 by 10. So let's multiply 1.5 by 10. You get the answer 15. So how did we get 15? So we know that when we multiply, the digits move to the left. So in this case, the 5, which is on the right side of the decimal, moves to the left of the decimal, and that is how we got 1.5 times 10, it becomes 15. So after converting this decimal into a whole number by multiplying, then we divide it. So 15 divided by 3, we know that it's 15 divided by 5, it's 3. So what is this 3? This 3 is the quotient. This 3 is a quotient that we get. And this 1.5 is a dividend. And this 5 is a divisor. So dividend divided by divisor, we get the quotient. 2.5 is 25 tenths. 10 means 100 tenths. And 0.02 means 2 hundredths. 0.16 means 16 hundredths. So when you multiply a decimal with a whole number, do the same multiplication, the simple multiplication as you do with two whole numbers. Finally, when you place the decimal, you have to be careful. Wherever the decimal is in the question, so in this case, the question is like 5.5 decimal 0.2. The decimal is one digit, one digit to the left. So the decimal is right here, one digit to the left. So the answer should have a decimal one digit to the left. So that is how it got 10.2. It's an easier way to place a decimal. And in the next question as well. So if you see in this case, there are two digits to the right of the decimal. So the decimal is two digits to the left. So the answer also has the decimal two digits to the left. Do you know that 12 has 12 ones in it? Yeah, so 12 has 12 ones in it, right? So 12 ones means it has 12 ones in it. 12 ones will make the number 12. So 4 times 0.2 is what? We know that 0.2 is 2 tenths, right? Yeah. So when we found out it's 0.8, and 0.8 is called 8 tenths. Okay, so in this case, parenthesis, you can see parenthesis. So when you see parenthesis, so this is parenthesis or the brackets. So when you see parenthesis, you have to multiply the first digit with the first part, and the first digit which is outside the parenthesis then multiplies the second part. So this goes like that. So when you multiply 4 first digit with the first part, it's like 4 times 3 ones. That is how we get 4 times 3 ones. And then you have to make a plus sign. Then again, the first part goes and multiplies, the first digit goes and multiplies the second part. So you get 4 times 2 tenths, which is 0.2. Okay. So we know that 4 times 3 ones, 4 times 3 ones is 4 times 3, which is 12. And 4 times 0.2, which is a 0.8. Finally, you have to add the 12 and the 0.8. So we get 12.8. Okay, now let's see 13.78 and 13.86. We have to choose which one is lesser and which one is greater. How to find it? So let's compare these two values. So when you compare these two, so they both have the same one. So let's cross it off. We cannot compare it with those because it's same. And the second digit 3 and 3 is same, so let's cross that off. And let's compare the third digit, which is 3, 7 and 8. So 7 is less than 8. So that is how we come to a point that this number is less than the other number. So when it is less than the other number, the pointed symbol should face towards the smaller value, and the open symbol should point to, it's just like the alligator's mouth open, the alligator's mouth should open towards the bigger number. Okay, so that is why this symbol is given, where this alligator mouth is open towards the bigger number. Okay, so 78 is also equal to 78 by 100. Is 78 equals? No, 78 is not equal to 78 divided by 100. Why? Because 78 divided by 100, when you divide it, it is 0.78, which is a less value, right? So when this 78 divided by 100 is 0.78, we should put the sign as 78 not equal to 0.78. So 78 is not equal to 0.78. So here let's have a quick recap of the all the digits, the place value of all the digits. 9 is in the hundredths place. 3 is in the tens place. 4 is in the ones place. And this 3 is in the tens place. 9 is in the ones place. This 3 is in the tens place. And this 4 is in the hundreds place. So when you multiply a number with a dollar sign, that's a dollar sign in it, you have to make sure that the answer also has the same dollar sign in it. It's the same simple multiplication, but when you put the decimal, you have to make sure again. Here you have to check the question. Here the decimal is 2 digits to the left. So in the answer, again, the decimal should be 2 digits to the left. Just like we multiplied, even in division, can you see the sign? It's a division sign. You have to simply divide without worrying about the decimal. And after dividing, when you get the answer, so the answer, you have to check the quotient, right? So when you check the quotient, you have to place the decimal. So in the question, it is 1 digit to the left. The decimal is 1 digit to the left. So in the same way, the quotient should also have the decimal one digit to the left. So that is how we got the answer, the quotient, which is 0.3. Here again, 1.05 divided by 5, do the simple division, and finally to place a decimal, check the answer. Here the quotient is 21. In the question, the decimal is 2 places to the left. The decimal is 2 digits to the left. So in the answer, again, we have to, so 21 is the answer. The decimal should be placed 2 digits to the left. That is how we got the answer. So this became like 0.21. That is how we got the answer as 0.21. So 2.0 is 20 tenths. 2.64. So this 64 is 64 hundredths, and this 2 is 2 ones. So we know that when you multiply 0.4 times 10, we get 4. So this 4 is 10 times bigger than 0.4. So in the same way, 9 is 1000 times bigger than 0.009. Simple division. So here we get 4 times 3 is 12, and then 12 minus 12, same number minus same number is 0. That is how we get the 0. After we get the 0, we have to bring the other number 4 down. So write that number down. And then you have to multiply 4 times what makes 4. We know that 4 times 1 makes 4. So that is how we write 4 down there. And then again same number minus 4, same number minus same number. That is 4 minus 4 is 0. And after that we bring this 8 down. And then we have to find which two numbers makes 8. So 4 times what makes 8? 4 times 2 makes 8. So 8 minus 8, again subtraction. 8 minus 8 is 0. Finally, place the decimal, and that is how we do it. So when you multiply, you have to multiply. So here you have to multiply with 100. We know that 10 square is, or 10 exponent 2 is 100. So when we multiply with 100, you have to move 2 digits to the, so this 5 goes to the left. So that is what I have shown here. 5 goes to the left. And again, the 0 goes to the left. So it becomes 650. 0.7 times 10 square, the value of 10 square is 100. So the 0.7 times 100 is 700. 0.8 times again 10 square is 100. So when you divide it by 100, the digits move to the right. So this digit moves to the right. So that means this digit moved to the right. And one more digit moves to the right. So there should be 2 digits this side. So that is how we got 0.008. Here we are multiplying with 10 cube, that means 1000. When we multiply with 1000, digits move to the left. So this digit moves to the left, again this moves to the left, and then that digit moves to the left. So 8 goes first, and then 9 moves to the left, and then 5 moves to the left. That is how we got 3895. 6 and for the decimal we use the word and. So how do we read this number? 6 and 385 thousandths. 6 and 385 thousandths. Let's move round this number to the nearest tenth. So when we round it, we have to check the next number. I have shown the next number in yellow. So if that number is greater than 5, then we can change it to 6.4. So that means this 3 goes to the next number 4. So that is how we round to the nearest tenth. So if this yellow digit, which if it is greater than 5 and greater than 5, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so then the tens place moves to the next number, which is, here in this case, here it is 4. In this case it is 4. So this is rounding to the nearest tenth. 14 divided by 2 is 7. How to say this in unit form? 14 ones divided by 2 equals 7 ones. Take a look at this. This is the place value chart for division. So I have shown 6.72 in a place value chart. So this 6 I have shown as 6 circles, and this 7 I have shown as 7 circles, and for this 2 I have shown 2 circles. Okay, so let's divide it with 3 people. Just imagine we are dividing it with 3 people. So when we divide 6 with 3 people, I can give two to each people. So this row people gets 2, the next row people gets 2, and the next row people gets 2. But now when I divide the 7, I cannot share it with 3 people, right? So let's share like 1, so 2 goes to 1 people, 2 goes to the other people, and then 2 goes to the third person, and then finally there will be 1 more to share. I cannot share that, so let's bring that 7, it's in the 7 means it's 10 hundreds, right? 1/10 is, so 1/10 is 10 hundreds. So let's bring it to the next column. That is how we get all these yellow circles, because I'm bringing this 1/10, which is 10 hundreds, to the next column. So 1/10 becomes 10 hundred when it jumps to the next column. So now I'm sharing that 10 hundreds with all the 3 people. So so it becomes 2.24. This is a similar problem, just go through it. 15.75 divided by 5. 15 ones and 75 hundredths. So there is another method where we can divide this separately, 15 ones divided by 5 separately, and that is how we got 15 ones divided by 5, we get 3 ones, and 75 hundredths divided by 5, we get 15 hundredths. Finally, you add the 3 ones and the 15 hundredths together, we get 3.15. This is an example of decimal division. 0.50 divided by 2. When you divide, we get 0.25.